Hello guys, we are back again with another video, and this trick you're about to see, it is super easy to do. Well, I say super easy if you're a magician. If you're not a magician, you are learning, you still will be able to do this, but it may take a little bit more practice. But the laymen in the world will not expect it. If you do it to magicians, it's not going to probably fool them. But if you do it to obviously the real people who you do perform magic to, it will get them 100%. So what that being said, let's get into it. So here is the performance, guys, of this amazing trick. I'm actually using the blue bicycle deck, actually. I usually use red cards. I love red. But for this example, I'm using blue. I don't know why, but I just am. So what's going to happen is, let me just show you this. These cards, just cards. What's going to happen is you'd ask someone to pick a card. Okay, so just for example, because I'm doing it on camera, I wouldn't perform it like this, but you'll understand why. You tell them to go ahead and pick a card. Let's just say, for example, they choose the 8 of clubs, just for example. Okay, and what's going to happen is you will tell them. They could even sign the card if they wanted to. They could sign the card and you say, watch, I'm going to place it inside the centre of the pack. And watch this. You ready? It's done. You're probably thinking, Brandon, what's happened? Well, now you can see all the cards have turned red. Every single card in the deck except one card, which is the 8 of clubs. You give that for a souvenir, and then you can get into any trick you wish with a red deck of cards. So that is the trick, guys. Very quick, like you saw. It's very easy to do. You've just done a mind-blowing trick. You've just turned the blue deck of cards in the layman's eyes to a red deck, and then now you can get into a trick with the red deck. You do have to clean up, which I will show you. It's not hard at all. So all that being said, let's dive into the tutorial. Okay guys, so here is a tutorial of the effect. So what you need, okay, is just 2 blue cards, a blue box, and a red deck. Okay, so, and you can see the contrast of the colour. It looks very, very visual. Okay, you can tell straight away. So here is the setup. So take 2 blue cards. So for example, I'm going to use a blue 8 of clubs. So I take the red 8 of clubs out of this pack. So the 8 of clubs, I take it out of the red deck and put the blue 8 of clubs in the center. And then the random blue card on top. This card is never seen. Like the face of it is never seen. Just the back. Okay. And they go into the box. Now you're ready to begin. So you bring your cards out and say, I'm going to show you an amazing trick, what's going to blow your mind. It doesn't matter if you take it out this way or this way. I probably recommend taking it out this way, just because if you take it out this way and you do this and flashing it, take the red cards out, it's going to look a little bit silly about what's going on. So take the cards out. And usually if I don't have a table, I'll put the cards into my hand face down. So they've just seen blue. They've seen a blue box. They've seen blue card. Okay, so they're not going to think that deck's going to change. If you think like that, it's because you are a magician. For a layman, you just took a pack of blue cards out. Okay, so now what we need to do is force the 8 of clubs. Yes, I cheated. Okay, because I just spreaded the card and said, let's say they choose the 8 of clubs. Yeah, that is cheating. But what I would do in the real world is classic force the card. I'm not going to go through the classic force. Okay, it's a timing force. Go ahead and point to one, and they'll point to the 8 of clubs. But all you can do is you can spread to the 8 of clubs. Okay, which is the blue card. It's the only 8 of clubs in this deck, which is blue. I've took the red one out, and I'm going to get a pinky break. Okay, so I've got a break where the 8 of clubs is. Okay, 8 of clubs is here, and the card is going on top. I wouldn't have the break that big either. Now all I'm going to do is a riffle force on the 8 of clubs. So I riffle. So basically what a riffle force is, if you know it, you're just going to use your thumb down the corner of the left-hand side. Wherever they shout stop, it doesn't matter. You're just going to lift up at the break and give them the card. Okay? So they shout stop. Even though I don't know if you can see that, it's a 4. But when I pick up, it'll be an 8. So they shout the word stop. There we go. Take a look at the card and remember it. I will turn the deck face down. So they see in blue, they will look at the card. And I'll show them the card as well. So they see in blue and blue again. It's crazy. And as well, if you're thinking, Brandon, how did you get the break on the 8 of clubs? Let me just show you how I would do that. I say, look, all the cards are completely different. And when I'm saying that, I'm looking for the 8 of clubs. I've seen the 8 of clubs and I'm getting that break. Okay, so that's how I'm getting the break. Just look, showing them that all the cards are different. I see the 8 of clubs, I get a break. So it's right here, so the 8 of clubs is right there. I will riffle 4, shout the word stop. I will give them the 8 of clubs. The remainder goes on top. I turn these face down while they're showing everybody the card. Okay, so they'll be showing everybody the card. And you say, watch, I'm going to place the card inside the center of the deck. And again, they're seeing blue, blue, blue. You're not saying blue card, blue deck, blue box. You're not saying that, but in their head, they're just seeing blue, 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 blue. Okay, you tell them to push the card in, which is nice and fair. And what I normally do is, if I don't have a table, well, actually, what I do when I do have a table, I say, look, you could choose any card. You even can choose the 10 of clubs, which is my favourite card. When I'm saying that, I am just putting any random red card down on the table. You could choose any card. You could choose a Jack of Hearts. My favourite, it's not my favourite card, but you know. And then what I do is place that card and place it to the back. Okay, so when I turn them over, it looks like it's the deck's changed. Okay, but I've just covered that card. So if I haven't got a table, well, I'll say, look, you could have chose any card, and what I do is I will cull any card. And if you don't know what a cull is, basically, for example, the King of Spades, that is now at the top of the deck. Okay, it's at the top. I'm not going to teach the cull, but if you can't do that, I would say, look, you could have chose the 4 of Spades. And I would up jog any card, for example, the Queen of Diamonds. I said, look, you could have picked the Queen of Diamonds, which is not your card, obviously, from your reaction, blah, 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 depending on what you're going to say. And then that card goes to the back. Very, very easy. So one more time. So look, you could have actually chosen any card. You could have chosen the 10 of Spades. Was it 10 of Spades? No, I didn't think so. You'd probably laugh, I don't know. But you said, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. You snap your fingers and then you turn the cards over. So you basically place one red card on top of the blue card. Now all you do is spread. Okay, if you haven't got a table, just do a block spread. Okay, so don't spread like this because you'll flash that blue. Just push off a few cards, keep that tight, and spread to the middle till you see one blue card. And that's what they're going to see. They're going to see that, like, wow, all the cards have just changed colour except for one card, which is the 8 of clubs. So now they can keep that card. You're in this position. How do you get out of this position? And by the way, guys, if this light turns off, it's because the timer's run out. I've got it plugged into the PlayStation. So how do you get rid of this card? So 2 ways. The way I normally do it is like this. Okay, while they're all freaking out about this, I double undercut it to the bottom. How the hell do you do that, Brandon? Well, if you know what a double undercut is, fair enough, but basically, I'm cutting these 2 cards to the bottom of the pack. So, when you're in this position, and all the cards turn red except from your card, take a look, show everybody. While they're showing everybody, you're just going to cut these 2 cards. You don't have to get a break, you can just push 2 cards off to the bottom. Okay? They'll be showing everybody the 8 of clubs. All you can do then is, if you want to, this is the way I do it, I cop the card and put it into my pocket. But you don't have to do that. You can just put all the cards back in the box and say, thank you very much. And then you actually know, I'll show you one more trick. When you bring the cards out, just pull that bottom card in, which is that other blue card, which is here. Leave it in the box. And then now you've got a full deck to use. There's loads of different versions to get rid of this blue card, but that's the way I do it, okay? So they're reacting to the card. So, for example, there's actually one blue card in the deck There we go. Take a look. Show everybody. Is that your card? They'll be like, oh my God, yes. You're a wizard, Harry. And then I go, thank you very much. And you know what? I feel one more trick. Bring the cards out. Leave that card in the box. I'm ready to go. That card is in the box. And that, my friend, is a tutorial of the colour changing deck. Okay, so that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, a super easy trick, but it will fry the layman. It really, really does. You do not expect a colour changing deck. They expect, I don't know, they don't expect the cards changing colour. It's not the hardest colour changing deck. It's not the best. Okay, there is a lot better colour changing decks out there, but I wanted to share this one with you because it's simple, it's easy, and there's new people coming into Magic, and if you see this, it's perfect for them if they're new into Magic. Very easy to do. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm glad to be back, and I know I said that on the last video. And as well, I am going to teach the Faller where you throw the card in. I don't know if you remember that trick. If you don't remember that trick, I'll leave a link down below where you can watch the performance. It is more of a magician Faller. I did say I'm going to teach it, and I am going to teach it. It's amazing. But anyway, like I was going to say, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe, and turn the notification bells on. And I'll see you next time.